Om Shanti. Tired? No. It's 7:35. So, how much time you have to spend here? One hour, at least 8:30. So we can extend it to 15 minutes more. We'll see how we can cover. So in the meantime, the presentation gets loaded. What is the topic for today's discussion? It's written behind, I can see. 7 color of Raj Yoga, 7 colors meditation. So very innovative way of doing meditation, because sometimes we get very bored doing meditation, sitting at one place, looking at a point of light, right? It happens, or it happens with me only. It happens with everyone, because the same thing, if I give you the same dal chawal daily, will you be able to eat it? You will say, we need some variety. All of you are looking there directly. I'll go back. Otherwise, I will keep looking there. So, it is called psychoneurobic healing. Psycho means something to do with the mind, and neurobic means the nervous system of the body. We have a lot of nerves in the body. I'll show you as we go through the presentation. So the first half hour we'll cover some theoretical aspects, because you need to know that the soul is operating the body. You do know that, right? And it is operating through 7 different chakras. You know the 7 chakras. Has anyone heard of chakras? If you can raise your hands. Okay, 1, 2, 3, a few of them. So what is a chakra? In Hindi it means spinning. As Baba says, you should do which chakra? Swadarshan chakra, the chakra or discus of self-realization. So once we start doing this, we can practice self-realization in a better manner. So we'll just start without wasting time on that. Sorry, you can see, I don't know, this is just going very fast. What's happening here? It's my hands, I think. Okay. I won't spend a lot of time on this slide, but this slide gives you all the organ systems of the body. I think all of us are aware in short. I'll just take one example. If you look at the brain is like a computer. Why? Sorry? Yes, storage of information in the form of memory. So very good answer. So as in our computer we have hard disks, we store memory in that. So similarly brain stores memory. It can also be compared to a library. Why library? Library has lot of books. Books means lot of information. So similarly the brain has n number of information files in that, right? Starting from when we are born till the time we leave the body. And how many births information has it got? I'll leave it as a question to you all. But not only one birth, but so many births, and that too over a period of so many generations. So as you can see, you can compare every body part to a machine. What is the function of the heart? To pump blood. You can see it's pumping. Anyway, you can see it somewhere, it's there. Then similarly, the small intestine, large intestine, kidneys. So each and every organ has its function. But that function will happen only when, fill in the blank, only when, what is there in the body? So will you agree to that? If I keep a dead body here, it has every organ in it, but it's not able to work because the energy of that body has left. Okay. I'll take your questions or your answers later, otherwise we won't have time to speak. Okay. So we'll just go further. So we'll come to these chakras. Now, if you want to take down notes, you're welcome to do, but all this PowerPoint presentation will be here in the computer system, and you can speak to Brother Bhaskaran and take a copy of that. And also I have given all the material. In one paper we have all the chakras and all the organ systems, everything written. So you can just try to concentrate. And I'll just tell you different methods of how to remember these chakras. Because there are how many chakras we said? 7. How many colors are there, natural colors? 7. Of the rainbow, and that is the normal spectrum which we are able to see. Anyone knows how to memorize the colors of rainbow? It's an English mnemonic. Vibgyor. Vibgyor. How many qualities of the soul are there? 7. So everything is 7, 7. How many weeks in a day? 7. When they take fairas, when they do marriage in Hindu tradition, how many chakras do they go? 7. Why? They say that I should get the same wife and husband in 7 births. So 7 is a very auspicious figure, and everything is 7, 7. So we'll try to correlate. So we'll quickly start with the first 2. The first is called, it's written there, everything is written. It's called Sahasrar Chakra. Okay. Sahasrar simply means for, it's written in English and then it's written in Hindi as well. I mean the English translation, it's written in English directly. Sahasrar means hazaron bhujaएं. Hazaro means many, and it can be compared to a lotus petal. If you can see in the next figure. I think I'll just go back because we will be wasting time on that. So it is also called the crown chakra because it is present on the top of the head. What is the color? You all have to answer. I am not taking a lecture. Violet color, yes. Violet color. Now actually I shouldn't be showing this to you all because everything is written in that. What quality is associated with violet color? What quality of the soul? It is called Anand. Yes, so bliss, because you are reading it from there, I know. That's good. So she's picked up bliss, Anand. And why Anand is right at the top, not right at the bottom? Because it is that stage of the soul which you can attain only during meditation. People say, Arey Anand aa gaya, gulab jamun khaya. Which means, they say in English, I'll translate, if I eat a gulab jamun, I am blissful. No, that is just a physical pleasure of the body, right? So Anand is, or bliss is that quality of the soul which doesn't have a opposite word. Like if you are happy, you are sad also. If you are wealthy, you can be poor as well. Thandi, garmi. So every quality has an opposite quality attached to it, or as we say, virtue has a vice to it. But Anand is that quality which doesn't have a opposite. We don't say in Hindi Ananand. We say Anand only. Okay, there is no opposite word for that. And which are the diseases associated with that? They are all the diseases associated with the mind. Because these 2 chakras are with the 2 subtle qualities, subtle faculties of the soul. Which are the 3 faculties of soul? Mind, intellect and sanskar. So sanskar we'll keep aside for some time. This is mind and this is intellect. So this is about the mind. And which are the diseases of mind which all of us are suffering from? Stress. Very good. Do you have stress after coming into knowledge? Yes, even I have. We just can't fool ourselves. No, we are not stressed at all. And that's the reason we have to listen to the Murli daily, because we have to get de-stressed. Yes, which are the other psychiatric diseases? We say they are mental disorders. Anxiety, depression, schizophrenia, pagalpan we say. We say in Hindi, ye pagal hai. We routinely say that, but pagal means a person who is psychotic, who's not in the normal state of mind. And all this is to do with the endocrine system of the body. Endocrine means all the hormones. So if this chakra is blocked, you are mentally disturbed. And all of us to some extent are mentally disturbed. In the morning we do a good Amrit Vela, but by the evening if you don't do meditation, we usually tend to be up and down in our mind. It happens, right? Or it happens only with me again. It happens with everyone, right? I sometimes feel that I'm in the wrong place because you all are much more better yogis than me, I think. Okay, second, coming to the second chakra. So this is called crown chakra, or in Hindi we call Sahasrar. What is this called? Very simple. This to we all of us know very well. This is called Agya chakra or Ajna chakra. It's also called the brow chakra. Why? Because it is present in the brow. This is the forehead or the brow, in between the two. And we say, who sits here? I sit here, not the soul, I. Not I means I am not there in all of you. You all are sitting inside. You all are not this body. So this chakra is very important. And what is the quality associated with that? Because the day you come to Brahma Kumaris, the moment you step in, they tell you, you are a soul, or I am a soul. So this is which quality of the soul? Knowledge. So you get knowledge. And which is the color of knowledge? After V comes I. I stands for indigo. Indigo is a airline in India, but indigo is basically dark blue color. And how do I correlate that knowledge is dark blue color? Why knowledge can't be some other color? Normally, if you go back 50, 60 years ago, what do school children write down with? What color pens are they? And specifically dark blue, like the jean pant color or your shirt color. Why? Because if you look at that color, it stimulates the nervous system in your body. So each and every color has a significance. And they are not artificial colors, they are colors of the rainbow, they are natural colors. So it's very important. And how does the rainbow form colors? The rainbow doesn't have colors actually. But when we see it, we can see a lot of colors. What is it exactly? It is white light when it passes through a prism, we say in physics. So when there is a lot of rain, and when light is passing, when sunlight comes after a lot of rain has happened, then that white color is broken down into 7 different colors. So they are the natural colors present in nature. Okay. So which quality is it? Knowledge. And what are the diseases associated with this? Intellect. It is all the central nervous system problems. So headaches, then you have migraine. Anyone suffering from migraine? Is it okay if I keep asking you all about diseases? Okay, and don't feel shy to raise your hands if you have diseases. Then diseases related to the eyes. So if someone is having specs, he's basically intellect-wise, he's a bit low. Is it like that? Or it's opposite? Also, people who don't have specs, they are not intelligent, looks like that. So you have to just decide. I'm just joking. So if you want to improve your eyesight, you need to meditate with which color? Dark blue color, it's very important. And therefore in India we say that the people who have a big forehead, they are very intelligent people, right? And normally men have a big forehead or women have more, so big forehead? Men. He's saying man. It's basically nothing to do with that exactly. The women basically, because men bald, women don't bald. So if you start balding more, you have a bigger forehead on your own. But otherwise also, see now we don't have to really sit and compare about men and women. It's always a tug of war. Who is more better? Oh, see, he's again going there now, Brahma Baba. But I'll say, why was Mama more? Lakshmi Narayan, Mama is first. And why has Baba kept all the matas and all the female gender in the front? Actually, it's very amazing in Malaysia. I see there are many center heads who are brothers. So that's something very unique to Malaysia. Well, so we are going away from we are going off track. So we'll come back again. So which color we are discussing and which quality we said knowledge. So we'll do meditation. See in the first, it's already 15 minutes now. Next 15 minutes we have to finish all this. And after knowing the theoretical aspects, we'll try to open this chakra. So both these chakras, I'm 100% guaranteed they are closed in all of us. Why? Because all these chakras are electromagnetic energy which is there in the body. And what is the constant one electromagnetic device which we carry with us all the time nowadays? And that's the reason when you hold it here like that constantly, you are keeping this in the vicinity of these two chakras, and this energy blocks the internal energy, and therefore by evening we get a lot of stress and headache because constantly we are using this electromagnetic artificial energy from outside. But that doesn't mean we should stop using mobile phones. I'm just telling you what disturbs our energy chakras inside. And do you feel that when you do meditation, after meditation you feel very light here? That's because you have kept your external things away and you have changed your thinking pattern inside. So that is the biggest proof that your chakra has opened. So these are the two subtle faculties, mind, intellect, and colors are finished. Now we come to the next 5 down. The body is made up of how many elements? 5 elements. And if you go from above down, go in line, then only you will be able to remember them. Which is the first tattva or element outside? Space, also called sky element, or we also call ether element. Okay, space. Second? Air, very good. So air element. Then third, before fire, you're right, fire is third. Fourth is water, and fifth is earth. Okay, so why you have to remember in this sequence? Because the chakras are in that sequence. Okay, so let us just quickly now in the next 5 minutes come to these 5 elements and the remaining 5 qualities of the soul, and the diseases also will cover. So this chakra is called throat chakra. In Sanskrit or Hindi we say Vishuddhi chakra. Okay, so it is related to the sky element, which is the space element. And what is the color of sky? Which blue? Sky blue or light blue color, because this is dark blue, this is sky blue. And what quality is associated? I'll just try to correlate the qualities so that you can remember, just don't copy it from there. When you look at the sky, when you go out, what do you feel looking at the space outside? You feel peaceful. You're copying from there, you know it. So it's you feel very peaceful, but it's good she's picking up. So you feel very peaceful. And what are the diseases associated with this element? We call it ENT. ENT doctors, you know ENT doctors? Ear, nose, throat. So ear, nose and throat. Because the body is connected to the space by these 3 orifices. And therefore people who have ENT problems lack which quality? Yes, you're only saying, I'm not saying. So therefore remember that if you really have a lot of cough and colds again and again, which shows you are not peaceful inside. You need to develop the quality of peace. And therefore, who gets more cough colds, adults or children? Adults, no. Children get more cough and colds. They are more sensitive to the weather outside. That is because the element of peace actually is a bit less in children compared to adults. And all sinuses, you know there are sinuses, air spaces inside the bones, so they are also associated with this chakra blockage. So we finished that. Next is coming to the heart. So it's the heart chakra. Heart chakra is also called Anahat chakra. What quality do you express with heart? Obviously love. And what is the color of love? On Valentine's Day people, I don't know what colors they use. They use pink color. But as I said, pink is a secondary color. We have to look at the primary colors. So if you come down, violet, indigo, blue, green. So the color of nature is green. And nature is always loveful, right? Obviously, at the Kalyug end, the nature has also become a bit of Tamo Pradhan. But in the first 2 halves, or the first half Kalpa, the nature was also fully loving. And which tattva is there? Which element is there? The second after the sky you have air. Now how do you correlate with this? The air element is present in lungs. So lungs and heart are very closely interrelated, correct? How? What is the function of the lungs? To take in oxygen and to remove carbon dioxide. And whatever oxygen has been taken in, what is the next step? Oxygen has come here, what do you next? It is there in the blood now, so the blood needs to go all over the body. So the pumping of the heart is needed. So lungs and heart is a very complex interaction between them. So therefore it is the air element. So diseases of the heart and lungs are seen because of this chakra. And therefore nowadays we see in relationships, nowadays there is no love. It is all swarth, we say. What is swarth in English? Selfishness. That you do this for me, then only I'll do that for you. So the genuine love, which is the quality of the soul, has been lost. And therefore nowadays people get heart attacks very early because love has gone away in relationships. Okay. And therefore when we say that if there's a heart attack person in the family, they say that you don't give him any bad news and you deal with him with love, right? Don't try to make him upset. Always love him. So that's the quality. Next, coming to the tummy or the stomach. Which chakra is it? You call it the solar plexus. It is also called in Hindi Manipur chakra. Or we also call it Nabhi chakra. Nabhi because that is the umbilicus. What color is it? Yellow. And particularly it should be solar. Means golden yellow color. Like the Satyugi color, okay? And what quality do you express with this chakra? People who are fat, very fat rather. Don't look at me. Oh, I just casually seem to look there, not because of that. So they say people who are happy, they are more fat. It's said in Marathi, there's a saying. But that doesn't mean you should be overtly fat, because that also is disease in one way. But how do you remember this? That you remember a fat man when he's laughing. And when you tickle him, his entire stomach also moves with him. So it's easy to remember that the Manipur chakra is associated with happiness or joy. In Hindi it is called Sukh. So Sukh ka color hai. What is the color of happiness? Golden yellow. And what are the diseases associated with this? It's all the digestive system problems. So number one disease which is there in every corner of the world by 2020. So by next 3 years, India would be the capital of that disease. Do you know which disease am I speaking of? Digestive problem. Yeah, I think you know everything. Good. So diabetes. Anyone in this crowd is diabetic? Oh, you are also. So can you please raise your hands? How many, if you don't mind? So around 5, 6, 7, 8. So we are around how many people here? How many souls rather, I must say? Around 25, 30, 35, 40. So around 7, 8 have. So after 3, 4, 10 years, people will be asking that please raise your hands who don't have diabetes. Because it's a rapidly growing epidemic, and in the next 10 years, majority of the people will have diabetes. And diabetes is not a good disease to have. Why? Because it's the mother of all diseases. Baba says meethe bacche, no? So don't think that double meetha you are. Meethe means meetha, not your blood should not be sweet. Because if anything is sweet, what comes there? Ants come there. And you know, in tropical countries like India and Malaysia, you know, ants keep coming. So similarly, a lot of diseases also start coming with bacterial infections. They start coming with diabetes. Other problems would be constipation, acidity, liver problems. So all this is related to this chakra. So therefore, remember one thing. Don't compare your diseases with Brahma Baba. Many people say even Brahma Baba had diabetes. He had diabetes, but I don't know whether he took any medicine, but we have to compare ourselves with him in what? in the yoga and in his karmati stage, not in the physical problems which he had, but he never showed us, okay, that he had such problem. So this is diabetes. Next, remaining 2 chakras and remaining 2 elements. Okay, what is the element? I forgot with this. When you eat, which element you need for digestion? How do you prove that? For example, if I tell the people here to stop the AC, and I give you food to eat and I tell you finish it in 2 minutes, so you'll start eating fast. And if you eat fast, what happens? You start sweating. Why? Because when you start eating, the fire element in the body is stimulated, and therefore you feel heat energy. There is no fire as such, but it's the heat element. Okay, and therefore it's very important that after eating your meals, you should not drink cold water or even water. You should at least wait for 45 minutes to 1 hour. If you can't wait for 45 minutes, at least half an hour. Because what happens if I am in the kitchen and if I am making food, I have put all the vegetables, oil, and I have started the gas on. I want to cook it. But instead of cooking, I just put water in that. What will happen? Will the food cook? उसको कहते हैं हिंदी में it will सड़ जाएगा, it will ferment. So same thing happens inside. If you have taken food and on top of that you are taking Coca-Cola, cold drinks, all those things, or cold water also for that matter, the food ferments. The food doesn't get digested. So it's important that you, little bit water you can drink, because some people feel it's a choking feeling with rice particularly, they say, but not a lot of water. And how should you drink water? Gad, 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 like that. How? You see how animals drink water? They just sip little bit, little bit. So you can't really put it all inside. So it's very important to take water very slowly. Now last 2 chakras. Yeah, so warm water is good. That's what the Orientals, Japanese, Chinese drink warm water, which is a very good thing for digestion, but not a lot of water. Yes. Yeah, so soup is good. And soup is used as an appetizer. Why? It stimulates your digestive system, and once you put that warm soup water inside, again you are helping the heat element to get stimulated, and therefore you feel more hungry, and therefore people have soup first. Okay. Next 2 chakras. It's already 8 o'clock. See, whether we'll be able to finish it till 8:30, it's a big question mark. So we'll go on till 8:45. We can extend. And if you all feel hungry then, you all had your dinner already? That's good, which is a very good thing to do. Before sunset, you should have your dinner, ideally, and you all are doing the right thing. I am not doing it. I didn't have it as yet today. Okay. Next, below the umbilicus, there is something called sacral chakra. This is also called Swadhisthana chakra in Hindi. And it is related to which element? Written there. Water element. Right? So water element, where is it in the body? Which organs have water? First thing is, for which I am a doctor. Bhaskaran Bhai told you. Yes, good. So kidneys and urinary tract, the entire, because kidneys produce urine. What is urine? It is nothing but the blood which has been purified, and all the waste products are coming in the blood, and the filtered blood is going back into the body. So that is the work of the kidney. So one is the entire, what we call the kidney system, urinary and kidney system. Second is blood. The blood is also liquid element. Third is your reproductive system. You know, understand the reproductive system, male and female reproductive system. And fourth is the skin. Why skin? Because skin also has sweat glands. So sweat is also liquid. So all these 4 organ systems will get affected if there is a problem in this chakra. So water element, what would be the color of this? So water is orange. It's correct, the color is orange. You're understanding how we are going in what sequence. Yellow, orange, and then red. Orange signifies which quality of the soul? Purity. Very important. And how will you remember this? You look at Ramdev Baba. All the sannyasis from which age? Copper age. So all the sannyasis wear what color? Orange. And what is the color of purity? It is not white. Many people say color of purity is white, but color of purity actually is orange. And therefore in our national flag of India also we have the orange color. Orange signifies purity. And white is a color which has all the 7 colors in that, as I explained you. So white is color of, you can say, what is the color of peace? Sky blue. So people say, again, white is the color of peace. So if you look at it from the natural point of view, purity is orange, peace is sky blue color. Okay, so if something falls down here on the floor, what element will I use to clean it? Water, right? Unless there is water, unless you take pocha or a mop, you can't clean it. So similarly, to purify it, purify means to cleanse the body. This chakra is needed. And if this chakra is blocked, you get all those problems which I said: kidney, blood, skin, and the reproductive system problems. Okay, and last chakra now, which you can imagine is at the tip of the spine. All of you are sitting on your buttocks, right? And if you feel your buttocks, right at the end down is the tip of the spine. And that is called which chakra? It is called Mooladhar chakra. And it's a very nice, beautiful word in Hindi. Mool, Adhar. Mool means basic. And Adhar means foundation. So it's the basic foundation chakra of the body. Now I'll try to explain you what system it is related to. Now you're all sitting on the chairs. No one is sitting down. In India, people also sit down. But on the chairs when you are sitting, what is the thing which is supporting your body, because of which you are able to sit on the chair? It's spine and all the bones of the body. Imagine if your body doesn't have bones, will you exist? You won't be able to sit only. So spine and all the bones, joints and the muscles. So muscles, bones and joints, if you have this, this is what is the framework of the body, and this is the basic foundation of the body. Therefore this is called Mooladhar chakra. What is the color? Last color remaining? Red. And what quality of the soul it signifies? Yes, because you have bones, muscles and joints in the body, therefore you have the power to walk. If you don't have muscles and bones and joints, you won't be able to walk. So it's easy to remember. So power means in Hindi we call Shakti. But nowadays people use power in a very wrong way. They feel it's power is a very positive quality. Power is not a negative vice. And what color it is? Red. And how do you correlate red color with power? I mean, how will you remember that red color is of this? In India, I think in the South India particularly, so you all should know it better, people who are originally from South India. When they play a bullock game, or the cows or the buffaloes, they are allowed to participate in a game or race, what color cloth they show them? Red. Why red? Because it signifies strength, power. Okay, so it's important to remember that. And I think we forgot which tattva is there, which element is remaining, the last? Earth. So when all of us are sitting, one more important way to remember, how are we able to sit? Why are we, when we sit down, everything goes down. So what is pulling us down? Gravity. Good. That is not written. So how you know? So you are very intelligent. Good. So the gravitational force of the earth is pulling us down, and therefore it's easy to memorize that earth element is gravity, and earth is such an element which is the most powerful of all, because it is not only bearing our weight, it is bearing the weight of so many buildings and so many things on the earth. So it's the most important element. And we always say Mother Earth or Father Earth? Father Earth. Mother Earth. Why Mother Earth? Endurance. So this shows that power is more in whom? Mataji's or Bhaiji's? The Sahin Shakti. Therefore, all those, the season just went by, Shaktiyan. All the 8 Ashta Shakti, they are more present in the woman gender rather than the male gender. But the diseases of bones, joints and muscles are common in whom? Women or men? It's common in women because of hormonal problems after 45-50. But joints, arthritis is more common in women. No wonder even men can have it nowadays. So this is the brief summary. It's exactly 8-5. So do you want to quickly run through this, the colors and all this, or I'll just quickly go through that. This is all. You don't need to memorize because we have less time. So what we'll do is we'll try to open these chakras, each of these chakras now, and you'll try to experience that as well once we open. And we'll see how to open them. And before that, we can just see that these are just the chakras. I'm not showing you this, yeah. This is just a revision of the colors. If you can just quickly look at me now, so that I'll tell you how to memorize the elements in the hand. How many fingers we have? 5. And it's the 5 elements. Each finger represents 1 element. So we'll quickly try to memorize that, and I'll again give you how to correlate that. Look at your hand. Which finger is the tallest? The middle finger. The middle finger is pointing up. So middle finger is which element? Don't look there, it's not there. Therefore I removed that. Yes, very good. So it's the sky element. So confirmed, this is the sky element. We call it Akash Tattva. So this is Akash Tattva. Now look at your first finger. Okay. First finger, everyone in that course book, God is one is always like that. That tattva is like, that photo shows like that. What is the most important first element which you need when you are born? He knows everything. It's that good, no? So how will you confirm that air element is needed when a child is born? What do we doctors, particularly as pediatricians, what do? We are very bad people. We try to make the child cry, and if he doesn't cry in the first 3 minutes, he's going to be paralyzed for his entire life. So it's very important. Cry means he should take the first breath, and that is the first important thing for life is air element. So this is sky element, this is air element. First element is air. Is it easy to remember? Okay, I thought suddenly you'll have become... No, okay. Then now look at this finger. This finger is also called ring finger. Why? Because people wear rings in that. And it's called ring finger in English. Rings are made up of which element? Gold, silver, copper, blah, blah, all those things. All these elements come from earth. So this is earth element. Easy, no? Very easy. Okay, now remaining are 2 elements. This one and this one. Now let us look at this finger is called, the only little girl is here. She is the only one who's youngest. It's called little finger. So little fingers means a small child. So small children are always more flexible than adults. Flexible mind-wise and even body-wise. Which is the element or tattva which is very flexible? There you are, water element. By which I mean, if you take water in a pot, it takes the shape of pot. If you keep it in a glass, it takes the shape of glass. So this is which element? Air. Water. And finally, which one is remaining? The fire element, Angutha, is remaining. It signifies... It's very important that which of the 5 fingers, which is the most important finger? If you don't have that, you can't even hold a pen. thumb. So thumb is signifying actually fire element. How do you remember that? Because thumb, if the thumb is not there, all of them are not there in one way. So all these elements, the most important element which is very, very powerful is fire actually. So fire can engulf all the things. So quickly, this is element. First finger, first important thing in life is air. Space element, okay? Third ring finger is earth, easy. Little finger is water. Little finger, remember? Small children. And also, it's very funny, someone, when I was taking a class like that, they told me, when you have to pee, what do the children say? I have to go there. So it's easy to remember, this is the sign of going to pee, right? Pee means urine, so water element. And this is fire element. So we'll quickly, you have memorized that, you don't need to. It's all logically have correlated. So this is just a recap of that. And it's going very, yeah, only one, yeah. So see, this is the wiring system of body. If you look at the entire construction, whenever building is being constructed, everything is concealed, the electrical wiring, right? Previously people had cables and they used to apply small cables on that and plastic strap. Now we can see that all the wires are hidden. So similarly our body has this hidden wiring system. And each and every element is basically a nerve and it is going to a special organ. And when our chakra gets blocked, the energy in the nerve is also getting blocked. The soul transfers the energy through these nerves. So it's very important that you don't block your chakras. And this is when we are in the first MBBS in the medical school, we do dissection, which means we cut the bodies and we try to study each and every nerve. And each and every nerve is so important. And that nerve again has no meaning once the body is, or once the soul leaves the body. So it is this complex electric wiring which we say. I think this is very sensitive. So these are the chakras, they rotate. Forget the direction. And this is the way you have to visualize when we do meditation, whatever color is entering the body, and try to give thoughts to yourself that such and such color is coming inside me, that chakra is getting filled up with God's energy, and I'm developing that virtue in that chakra which is less. For example, if peace is less, purity is less, happiness is less. So we'll just do that now. And why are these elements important to understand in the fingers? Because when we do the meditation now, we'll be sitting in what is called mudra. Have you heard mudra? Mudra means to touch your fingers at different fingers in different positions, and that will help in augmenting that energy from there, from God. So we'll sit in mudras now. So now, tell me first thing, it's a question for you all, which chakra should be opened first of all the 7? What do you feel? I'm not able to hear you. Stomach, okay. Any other answer? Yeah, before crown, more important than crown is this chakra. Why this chakra? Because unless and until I am in the soul conscious state, I won't be able to experience the energy from Supreme Soul. Do you agree? Now all of you are sitting, you heard me, 45 minutes, it's over now. All of us are in the body conscious state, right? I am responsible for that. Why? Because I have taken you into the details of the body and you are stuck with the body chakra and blah blah all that. So now quickly we'll come back and be in the soul conscious state. By which I mean we have to open this chakra. So therefore whenever you do these sort of chakra exercises, which I'll be doing with you all shortly, the first chakra to open is Agya chakra, which is also called the brow chakra. And the color of this is dark blue indigo color. And for that we sit in what is called Pran Mudra. Now it's very easy to understand how do we do in Pran Mudra. Pran means pra and na. Pra means Prithvi. Look at me, Prithvi, you remember? And na means neer. Neer means neer kodi, you all keep saying. No, which language is that? Tamil or Telugu? Neer kodi. Neer is Tamil, Telugu, all of them have neer, yeah. So you all are Tamilians only. It's a very late answer I got from you all. So pra and prana mudra, prithvi and neer, you have to not attach, you have to touch both these to the thumb. So this is called prana mudra. So when we do this mudra, both of this, all of you can see this properly, prithvi and neer, this has to be touched. Some people have problems with the little finger not being able to approximate, but that's fine. And when you sit, you have to not sit cross-legged, you have to sit straight. We'll start doing this thing. There are three important things for each chakra. One is the color, second is the mudra, and third is the sound. So we'll be doing that now. Brahma Kumaris was called which mandali before this? Om mandali. So Om is being divided into O and Ma. So remember, when Ramdev Baba also teaches you all many different things, he asks you all to say Om and we say Om, but this is a bit different, slightly different. We break the word O and Ma. So what we are doing is only O. In the next chakra we'll do Ma. Okay, so this is O. So three things: color, dark blue, mudra is Pran Mudra, right? And the sound is O, only O. Okay, so shall we start? We'll do this for next 4-5 minutes. So every chakra we'll keep doing it, and by 8:45 we should finish. So I won't make you all stay for long. You can make red light if you want. See, one very important thing which people find difficult is color visualization, because it's the first time you are doing. So either you want to close your eyes or open, it depends on you. Try to visualize some object which is dark blue in color. Anything which is dark blue. Okay, let's start. Spine straight. Both the feet distance roughly similar to the shoulder distance. Hand in Pran Mudra. Take a few breaths deep in and out. Try to concentrate your focus or attention in the center of the forehead and visualize you are a tiny point, a tiny soul of light, the energy driving the body. Ignore the sounds coming from the surrounding. Now we'll start, and with every O dhwani or sound, we visualize that the body is getting filled with dark blue color rays of knowledge. Let's start. Take a deep breath in, and while exhaling, say O. We'll start again. Visualize that dark blue color rays of knowledge have entered the body. the most important point of knowledge that I am a soul is now ingrained in me. The moment I create a thought, I am a soul, I feel very light and detached. Keep doing it again. Constantly keep visualizing dark blue colored rays of knowledge coming from the Supreme Soul and filling my entire system with knowledgeful rays. I have become a knowledgeable soul. Repeat it for 3 more times. One more time. Now remain calm and silent. Very gradually open the mudra. Keep your eyes closed and very gradually try to rub the fingers, not very vigorously, very gradually with each other, and transform this new energy into your body through the face. So actually you should be doing this ideally for around 10 to 15 minutes to have a very maximal effect. But are you feeling better? We just did it for maybe 2-3 minutes. So anyone wants to share, what do you feel after doing this? Peaceful, okay. Very relaxed you feel? Very relaxed, yes. So when you do the O dhvani, O is a universal sound. Om actually, it's a universal sound. It is there even in Chinese and Taoism and Tibetan culture and all the cultures, the Oriental culture and including India. It's a very common sound. The moment you do O, what happens is, the O sound when all of us say it together. Remember the yogis in India, they used to sit in the caves and keep saying O dhvani for hours and hours, because that completely de-stresses your body, relaxes your body fully, and it liberates a lot of vibrations in the entire forehead and the brain, and because of which now do you feel that this chakra has become more light? And the yogis, I'm not trying to actually contradict them or criticize them. The poor yogis don't know that they are souls, but Baba has given us the knowledge that we are souls, and therefore when we do this, we try to open this chakra and try to sort of spread the energy from here all over the body. And therefore it's very important to open this chakra, because as I said, unless you realize that I am a soul, you won't be able to connect with the Supreme Soul. So it's important to take energy after opening this chakra. And this is just a bit of modification. You take this dark blue color to heal your different problems. So which are the problems? We said nervous system problems, headaches, migraine, eye problems. It's all mentioned over there. Okay. So now, and one more thing, I just looked at her and I remembered, you should be drinking a little bit of water after each of this exercise. Why? Because whatever negative energy and diseased energy is there, it will be out of your body in the form of urine. Because the water you drink, it finally is going through the body in the form of urine. I'm not saying drink whole lot of water because you'll feel like going to the loo again and again. Little bit sips of water. Okay. So I forgot to mention that. So it is good she reminded me. Now next chakra, which one? This one. Revise, which quality? Now it's not there. You have to really do it yourself. Now you tell me. Bliss, Anand. So now we are moving from a state of knowledge to state of bliss. Do you remember last 2 days the Murli was Baba keeps saying, I am the ocean of knowledge and ocean of bliss, and knowledge is bliss. Actually in English language there is a saying called ignorance is bliss. You see, it's so paradoxical. How can ignorance be bliss? You understand, there's a proverb which means if I don't know anything, it is bliss. No, it's wrong. On the contrary, if I know everything, I am in bliss. So today also the Murli said, yesterday also the Murli said that knowledge is bliss. If you know that you are a soul, the moment you create that thought, you start feeling bliss. Am I right? So you feel that, right? So we'll now go on to this and try to feel this blissful stage after having opened this chakra. So as I said, the color is violet. So you try to visualize something violet. You can think of a brinjal in front. Violet means jamuni or bangani in Hindi. So you know it's either purple or violet. It's almost the same color. Which quality? Bliss. Which mudra will you sit in? It is called Gyan Mudra. Very simple. Gyan Mudra is you touch the first finger with this. And this is the ancient mudra which yogis used to sit in. Very simple. I have seen many people in yoga also sitting in this mudra. You know why is it important to do all these mudras? And ideally you should be sitting in Padmasana or Sukhasana or whatever. Usha Behen from Madhuban, you know her? She's a senior Raj Yoga teacher. I remember it from her classes that you should be sitting in mudras, by which I mean you should be closing all your energy points in the body so that whatever energy you take, it circulates in your body rather than going out. So if you take an example of a hose pipe, you know hose pipe which people use for gardening or for washing cars. So if I'm watering something and if someone comes and speaks to me, so what will I do temporarily? I fold the hose pipe. Why? So that water should not be wasted and water should go back. So same thing applies to me. When we sit in that asana, asanas and mudras both are different. Asana means the entire body posture and mudra is something to do with the hands. So if you sit in a proper mudra and proper asana, the energy won't go waste. It will just circulate in your body. But remember that when we sit, we shouldn't be sitting cross-legged. When you sit down, you should be sitting cross-legged. But here you should be sitting with the feet touching the ground separately. So which mudra? Pran mudra. Which color? Violet color. And third thing is, which sound will you produce? The second half of Om, which is Ma. And this Ma is not coming from the lips. This is a sound coming from the larynx. So how do you do that? Again, any people who have practiced pranic healing over here, it's very common. It's a big fad in India nowadays. People do that. So in pranic healing, what they do is they try to touch the palate, touch the tongue onto the palate. Are you understanding? You roll your tongue on the palate. So this way also you are trying to, make sure that energy doesn't go out from here. It is closing the system. You understand? You're with me? Don't we do that in pranic healing? Okay. So you do that first inside and produce sound of ma from there. From inside, not from here. It is like the humming sound of a bee. Have you heard bumblebees? And Baba also says you should do those 3 animals you should remember. You should be like them. Last week it was said, which animal? Like a tortoise, like a bee, and like a snake. So when we are sitting in the soul conscious state, we are trying to withdraw all the sense organs. So we are trying to withdraw attention from all the sense organs. So that is first thing. And second thing is like a bee. Are you understanding? It's bee. We call it Brahmari in Hindi. I don't know, am I right in the translation what Baba says? You should keep humming the sound of knowledge and look at the pulse of the person and give him or her knowledge. So let's sit again. Recap Gyan Mudra, color violet. Touch the palate, the tongue onto the palate and produce the humming sound. Let's start. Constantly visualize violet color rays of bliss entering your forehead from Baba, from Supreme Soul, and keep doing it again. Continue. 5 more times. Last time. Relax. Now again very gradually open the mudra. Rub your hands gently, not vigorously. And try to transfer the new energy onto your face. Do you feel a difference in the feeling compared to the previous one? Not necessarily, I'm just asking if you're feeling. Is it the same relaxed feeling again? Okay. And when we collectively produce this sound of Ma, the second half of Om, you can hear it was like a music in the atmosphere, as if someone was playing a flute or a murli or something like that. I mean the physical murli, not the Baba's murli. And when all of us do it in a group, it all affects the vibrations around, and also it, as I said, it opens your air spaces inside and you feel a very light feeling here. And this feeling of lightness is a proof that these two chakras are now open. And these two are what is called subtle chakras, because they are something to do with your mind and intellect. So once you open these two, then now you can take Baba's energy for the remaining 5 chakras. It's exactly 8:35, so we have 15-20 more minutes. Okay, because I think it's difficult to cover all of them now, otherwise we can do it sometime else. If you have any questions, we can close now. But I think most important is to do these two chakra opening, because all these other diseases basically are what we call karam bhog, right? Someone has diabetes, someone has hypertension, that is just the karam bhog. And mind well, when people over enthusiastically do this, they go and stop their medicines. Please don't do that. Don't do that. Because it is your doctor who's supposed to tell you to stop medicines, and he'll be doing your tests. So you practice this for at least 21 days, which means how many days or how many weeks? 3 weeks. At least these two. And you'll feel that you'll start feeling much more better. And then go and take tests from your doctor. And then he'll only tell you that your sugars have started becoming better, your blood pressure is under control. And then he'll only start decreasing the dose. Okay, so let him decide. Because you are not a doctor to decide. Because as I said, people over enthusiastically, they feel, yeah, now Baba's energy is there and it's healing me fully, so I'll stop all medicines. Please don't do that. Should I just proceed with the further chakras as well? Okay. Next is very simple. Vishuddhi chakra. Which is it? Which element is it? Sky. So which color is it? Sky blue color. Quality is peace. So the chakra which we have here is the mudra, Akash Tattva, Akash element, so Akash mudra. Again, look at me, not there. Akash element is in which finger? Middle finger. So it's simple to remember. Akash mudra. Just touching this. And anyone who's got thyroid, because there's a thyroid gland here. So anyone who's got hypo or hyperthyroidism, thyroid problems, usually women have more. So for thyroid problems, you should be doing this Shunya mudra. Shunya means the same finger, just creating a Shunya. Shunya means a 0. So this way. So it's basically with Akash mudra. And what we are supposed to do, simple. You have to sit in this mudra. If you all don't have thyroid problems, you just do this simple Akash. And you just sit in peace, sit in silence, and visualize sky blue color rays entering. And each exercise has to be done minimum for 10 to 15 minutes to get a benefit. Mind well, we are just doing it here for hardly 4-5 minutes because we are short of time. So you have to do it at least for 10-15 minutes. And you have to open which two chakras always? This and this. And then only you have to do the others. Because you have to be in fully soul conscious state. This chakra is opened, and this chakra to receive the energy. So this also should be opened. So both these are opened, then only you can open the others. So this is simple. I'm not doing this. You just have to sit in the mudra. And what is the sound? No sound. Means just sit in silence. That is peacefulness. Okay. So simple. Then comes to the heart chakra. For heart, we have something called Apan Vayu Mudra. Now, okay, before that, let me tell you what is Vayu Mudra. Vayu means air. So, where is air element? Yes, lungs, correct. In the fingers, air is this. So, when you touch, this is Vayu. Just go back. This is Vayu Mudra when you are touching this. Okay. When you are touching This becomes your Gyan Mudra, which we did previously, right? So when you are encircling this inside, that becomes Vayu Mudra. Okay. And Apan means the middle two fingers. Middle finger is Akash, and Pa is Prithvi. So Apan means Akash and Prithvi touching. So this is Apan and this is Vayu. You got it? Should I repeat it? Now I'm testing your memory. Yeah. So just look at me again. This is Vayu element, air. So you encircle this like that. Okay. And Apan means Akash and Prithvi, and Pa. Are you getting me? So Akash and Prithvi, they are touching the thumb. So this is called Apan Vayu Mudra. You have to sit in this mudra. And when we breathe in 4 phases. So first, I take a deep breath in, say in around 2 seconds. Then I hold it for how many seconds? Double of the time I take in. So if I take in 2 seconds, I hold it for 4 seconds. So then, holding for 4 seconds. Then exhale again in 2 seconds. And remain still for 2 seconds. This is called the principle of 1:2:1:1. Slightly confusing. 1:2:1:1. 4 phases of breathing. So if you're taking 2 seconds as your standard, don't keep calculating when you're doing the mudra. It is just a rough estimate. So 2 seconds you breathe in, hold it for 4 seconds. And mind well, if you are not able to hold for more than 4 seconds, don't take in 3 seconds, because if you take in 3 seconds, you have to hold it for 6 seconds. And holding your breath for 6 seconds can be a bit suffocating. So don't do that. So take in 2 seconds is roughly okay, because we can hold the breath for 4 seconds. Then remove it out in 2 seconds again, and Nishkriya. Nishkriya means absolutely still for 2 seconds. So I'm not going to practice this. Anyone who's got heart attacks and lung problems can practice this. Anyone who's got that. You are looking very dazed, so you are able to understand. Okay, so this is the mudra, and there are 3 things, as I said, for every exercise: the mudra, the color, and the sound. So mudra is Apan Vayu Mudra. The color is, what is the color of love? Green. So you have to visualize green color. And the sound which you have to produce is sound of the breath. Hold it, and then, so this is the sound of the breath, because this is also to do with the lungs. The lungs and the heart are together. So this is the sound of the breath actually. Okay. So you got this? So this is the heart chakra. It's all written actually if you look at the PPT later. So don't feel that you can't do. But if many people don't have heart problems, just ignore this. Okay. Do the first 2. That's important. Now coming to the pet one. Pet wala, I'm sure many people have digestive problems. People are obese. Some people want to gain weight. Some people want to lose weight. Who wants to gain weight? Yong Bhai is doing it. Anyone else? Okay. And who wants to lose weight? You want to lose weight? Okay. I must also say lose weight. Okay. So people who are diabetics and fat and want to lose weight, you should do the mudra which I am showing you. So which element is this? Fire element in the body. But don't confuse. Look at Agni Mudra. Oops, my God, it's happening on its own. Agni means fire element. So where is Agni in this? Right? This one. Yes. So what we have to do is, and where is the earth element? This one. So there's something called Prithvi Mudra and Agni Mudra. Don't confuse. Both these mudras are for this chakra. You don't ask me now why Agni has come with Prithvi. But easier to remember now, people who want to lose weight and who are diabetics, correct? So majority of the people want to lose weight. That's what is the trend nowadays. They will do this mudra. Agni means you have to, this finger has to roll in this. And the thumb has to touch, it has to tighten inside. And Prithvi means you are just touching the Prithvi element, which is the one before. So Prithvi is just touch. So in this audience, Prithvi Mudra will only be done by Yong Bhai, because he's the one who wants to gain weight. And all of us who just want to maintain weight or lose weight or are diabetics, we'll do the Agni Mudra. So all of us will just encircle this in Agni Mudra. Okay. Now anyone knows Kapal Bhati, which Ramdev Baba does? Like that you all do, right? It's exercise for the abdominal muscles. So again those three things for each exercise. What is the color for this? Yellow. Golden yellow colors you have to visualize. The mudra is majority Agni Mudra. And what is the sound? I'll show you how the sound is. And one word of caution, you don't have to laugh when I do this, particularly you. You can laugh now, but not while doing that, because if you laugh, the effectiveness of the exercise drops from 100 to 0. Why? Because it's a very funny exercise. When people do it, they constantly keep laughing. I think we'll practice this exercise for 2-3 minutes, but you have to see what I'm doing. So I'll be sitting in the mudra, then I'll be taking a deep breath inside, and I'll exhale in a very peculiar fashion. You have to see that. It's the microphone which is augmenting the voice. So you got it what I did? See, you laughed. Because if you start, I can't blame children because it's a very funny exercise, but even adults are laughing. So if you start laughing, the effectiveness will go up, because once you start laughing, where does your attention go? You're becoming what? Body conscious. That's gross body consciousness. So we have to ignore that. Become blind. Don't think I'm sitting here. Just listen to what I'm doing. And you have to keep doing this, and you have to keep doing it very forcibly. Why? Because over a period of time we have not used our abdominal muscles. So therefore many people go and do abs. They say, no, abdominal workout in the gym and try to make their abs. Now we are not trying to do that, but we are trying to stimulate the Agni inside, because the fire element is not stimulated. So how do I do? Deep breath in, good. And you have to make a sound, you have to forcibly exhale out. And usually many people start coughing. That's a normal response. If you are coughing, that means you are doing it properly. But that doesn't mean all of you purposely start coughing. Many people start coughing then. But again, because you start coughing, your concentration goes on the coughing. You start laughing, you again become body consciousness. So therefore, maybe just close your eyes and keep doing it. And I'll just do this for 2-3 minutes. And in the end, I'll tell you who has done properly and who hasn't done. I'll ask you, you'll only be able to tell me. So we'll do it with full concentration. Close your eyes. And while doing it, constantly visualize that during the deep breath you're taking in, what color is coming in? Golden yellow color of, and what rays are those? Of happiness. And what is going out during that exhalation? Dark, dirty fumes of negativity, anger are going out. Okay, so then you won't laugh. Okay. So did you understand, or should I demonstrate it once? Or you just want to demonstrate sitting there only? Just do it. And contract your muscle inside, abdominal muscle. Okay. And no laughing. Laughing is prohibited. Okay, let's start. All of you therefore close your eyes. Mudra, Agni Mudra, and Yong Bhai only in Prithvi Mudra. You have to just touch and we'll be just encircling that. All of you in Agni Mudra. Let's start. Let us do it together, all of us. Keep doing it. Again. Try to concentrate, relax. Let us all of us do it together. Do it with me. Eyes shut down, eyes closed. Last 2 times. One more time. Now relax, relax. Stop doing it. Let the eyes be closed. Visualize yellow color has entered the body and you have become a happy or joyful soul because you are constantly laughing. And now very gradually again open the mudra and try to rub your fingers and apply the new energy. Now a question for all of you, whether it is right or wrong which you have done. While rubbing the hands in this exercise compared to the others, did you feel something different? How many of you felt dry? Not many hands. How many of you felt wet, particularly in this exercise? 1, 2. Wet, I'm asking. So 2, I think only 2 of and 3rd. So 3 of them have done properly. Sorry, the rest of you probably have not done it properly or not concentrating. I don't know what the problem is. But why is it that you should get, your hands should be a bit sweaty? What is the proof? Yes, exactly. So the fire element has been stimulated if you have done it properly, and the energy which has come out, the heat energy has come in the form of a bit of sweat. So don't get depressed, don't feel that you're doing it wrong, but you have to do it more properly. And once you do it when you are alone at home, if you are in a silent room, there's no one around, there will be no one to laugh around. So here, since we are doing it in a Sangathan, people usually laugh. And see, this is the proof that once you laugh, you become more joyful, right? So this is stimulating the element of happiness in you. Okay. You got it? Right. Next, coming down after that. Which chakra? Swadhisthana chakra. Color? Orange. Purity. Right. And which element is it? Water. I am only saying because you're all tired now, I think. So there's a deity of water. What is his name? Varun Devta, we say. You were saying something? Which? Angel. Ganges, that is Ganga you are saying. Okay, I'm speaking about the deity. It's Varun Devta they call. You have to sit in Varun Mudra. Very simple. Okay, which is the little finger, which is the element? Little finger. So simply you have to approximate this with this. That is called which mudra? Varun Mudra. Here you go. And which 4 organ systems it's related to? Kidneys, reproductive system, skin and blood. So blood means particularly blood cancers, blood problems, or people who have puberty related problems like a lot of pimples, kidney problems, reproductive problems, all these can be taken care of that. Okay, how do you do this? This is something very similar to Kapal Bhati. No, Kapal Bhati we just said now. Anulom Vilom. When Ramdev Baba teaches you all, you close this nostril, take a deep breath from here, and then do it from the other side and out. So please forget Anulom Vilom, because this is slightly different. Purposely I said it so that you don't remember it now. In this, what we do, we close one nostril, we inspire from one side and leave it from the same side. Okay? Same side you keep doing it. What color you visualize? Orange color. And what is the sound? This sound, what you are doing. So this you do on one side 5 times, other side 5 times. So this is called one cycle, and you keep doing such 5 cycles. Okay, so it's fairly simple. And now last, because we have, you know what is the time? You're also engrossed in this. It's 9:30. Okay, I'm just kidding. So it's just 5 more minutes and we'll finish. And then we'll also do one meditation with some song, Hindi song, okay? The last one is very useful and all of us need that. That is the last, what is the last chakra? Mooladhar chakra for the earth element. And all of us are weak in bones, joints, because we really don't exercise a lot nowadays. Because everything is at the touch of a button. No clothes to be washed like that. Chutney also you don't do like that. So everything is so mechanized now. For everything we have a machine. Okay, so therefore we have to really take care of our bones and joints. We have to really exercise for that. So it's very simple. I'll just put it on to you. How do you want to do? You all want to stand up and do, or you all want to do it in the sitting position? Stand up, because that's the best way to do. We'll stand up. He's showing his biceps which are contracting. So you have to do it properly. The limb is parallel to the ground and it is 90 degree here, perpendicular. And your fist is tight. Right, that's correct. Both ways, both hands. You're not doing the other one. I can't do because I have the mic in one hand. So both like that. Again, this is slightly incorrect. This has to be straight. No, look at me. This has to be perpendicular. And this is parallel with the ground down. Okay. And your tight fist, as if you are becoming a Hanuman. And yes, someone has started feeling the tightness. So what you have to do is, you have to make all your muscles tight, and you make it so tight that it naturally starts vibrating. Can you see it's vibrating here? You don't have to purposely do it. It happens properly. So you do that in the entire body, and with the lower limbs also you try to push the earth down. That means you try to exert pressure and make your muscles very tight. And I'll show it how do you do breathing. So again, I'll just do it with this. So do it with that. I did it very short actually because I didn't take a proper breath. So take a proper deep breath inside, then hold your muscles all tightly, push the earth down, and then forcefully exhale out. Okay, again. And when you exhale out, you just open your fist. Okay. Can we do that 1 or 2 times? One more time. Again, someone is laughing. Oh no, I feel the noise of laughter. So keep doing it. And anyone who's feeling a bit of pain in the shoulders and all that, which means you're doing it properly. And people who are not feeling pain means you're not doing it properly. So this is just 1 or 2 samples. Say you have to keep doing 500 seconds. And constantly visualize which color? Red color. Okay. So you can sit down now. And for people who can't do it in the standing position, you can just sit and do. So in the sitting also you have to make sure you apply pressure on the earth, Mother Earth, and this way. This is because over a period of time we haven't used our muscles. I'm not saying go to the gym and keep doing exercises, but you have to at least make your body move a bit. Okay. So this is all, and if you have any questions, we can take them now. We have 1 or 2 minutes. We did, and this is called Shivling Mudra also. Shivling Mudra, why Shiv? Because Shiv is the source of energy or power. So Shivling Mudra is very simple. You just have to clasp all your fingers together and take out one finger, thumb outside in the form of a shivling. This one. You saw? So this is all the chakra, the color, the mudra, the image, the element, virtue. It has also been given the vice, but don't see, we should never look at negative things, look at positive things. Okay? So don't say, I am not lustful, I am not full of attachment. You say opposite things. You say, I am full of power, I am full of purity. Okay, because the brain doesn't understand the language of negative. For example, when you have young kids at home, when they are holding something, if they are holding a glass of water, glass means not a plastic glass, a glass of whatever, glass made. So what do we tend to tell the child? Don't drop it, don't drop it, don't drop it. And what does the child invariably do? He drops it. Why? Because the brain doesn't register don't. The brain only registers drop it, drop it, drop it. So what should you tell the person, the child? Hold it carefully, hold it carefully, hold it carefully, and he'll really hold it. So same thing, our brain, it's just a normal sanskar of the brain. If you always tell a small child, for example, one more thing, that don't go near the fire, don't go near the fire, the child will tend to go towards the fire. Why? Because whatever we are told not to do, we tend to do that. Therefore, tell the brain what you should be doing. So tell the child that fire is dangerous. Be aware of that, like that. So therefore, don't think of this vice is just to tell you the opposite of the virtue. Then we covered the system and the position of the, I think this is it, yeah. So it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 columns, and it just goes. So this will just tell you can take a printout later in the week. So this will tell you all the things which we have covered in a nutshell. So we'll now sit for 2 minutes in meditation with a song. And before that, if you have any questions, okay, tell me, yeah. Just repeat. Specific time, okay. Yeah, good question. Many people do this during Amrit Vela. Don't mix your Amrit Vela with these things. Amrit Vela is for your mind and intellect.